Hello YouTube friends, welcome to the Red Parrot channel. I am your host Mary Ellen. Today is Thrifty Thursday and Thriftycanucks. Both of them are open collaborations. Before we get started, I am going to do a quick review of this monster ribbon that I have purchased. You may remember that I got that a couple weeks ago, and a lot of ribbon want to be able to use it. So I'll show you what I have been doing with it. First thing is I have made some ruffled ribbon out of it. This turned out quite nicely. I don't have a sewing machine that does the pleating, but I do have a method for being able to do the pleating, and it is regular enough that it suits me just fine. There's that. And just so you know, I can do this with other kinds of materials as well. This is, I think, part of some kind of, it's probably potato chip bag, who's kidding who. And I also have done this with Sheree silk. This turns out quite nicely. It really pleats tightly. And it has that lovely halo that is off to the sides as well that adds a lot of texture. And this is flower ribbon that you can get when you buy flowers in a bouquet, and it's often wrapped in a pretty color. These are both inch wide, and this is 1.5 inches. Playing around with it, I thought, I wonder what else I can do with this. So one of the things that I did was I did a proof of concept. I took 2 pieces of ribbon, cut it, and tried to attach it. And this is just using a simple zigzag stitch. It's a gray bobbin and a medium green top, and you can notice that the color of the thread just disappears. And I went, that works really nicely. I wonder if I can make a sheet out of it. And of course you can. And so this is me working on a journal cover using that ribbon. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stacked together. It is 9 by 12. And I've put it on a backing. You can see how I've sort of basted it with thread, and then I'm going to stitch on it. And I made 2. And I am working on one of the stitches, the stitching here. And so this is a sashiko type pattern. These are all colonial knots, and these are some lazy daisies with some French knots. Not entirely happy with the blendy non-contrast colors that I used. Having said that, I have a second one that I might do something different with a bigger contrast. Anyways, that's the follow-up from last week. And let's get started on what we thrifted this week. First one is not a book necessarily for journaling. It is for an unrelated niece. You know how you have these people in your life that you are an auntie to, even though you're not blood related. I am an auntie to a lovely girl in Nepal, and I wanted to get her a book that would be suitable for her age. And so I got Frog and Toad Together by Arnold Lobel, published by HarperCollins, and copyright 1971, 1972. Some really lovely images in here of Frog and Toad. These are just made to be journal cards. Nice large font if you want to be able to pull those out for snippets. Just a really pretty book, and I hope that she enjoys this when I get it off in the mail to her. So anyways, that's that one. Next, so everything else that I'm going to show today is related to the STEM math journal that I am making. The first thing is, get into the plastic here. I have got some math sets. And what I wanted to do with the math sets is use these potentially on the cover, just to use as embellishment. Oh my goodness, look at that. There is a tracing of an alphabet. That's a really lovely set. And now I've got them all confused. Oh! So this one has got circles. There is an alphabet. This is a chem set. Oh my goodness, these are awesome. And then a smaller alphabet. I love these chem sets. And 2 sizes of the chem set as well. These are going to be amazing as I hopefully can do some more STEM journals in the different realms. Oh, I am delighted with that. Put those 2 on the side here. And, ooh, Prismacolor. I like Prismacolor pencils. I think they come down to the bottom. And they are standard 12 colors. Oh, and a Laurentian. Laurentian, I don't know if any, this is, I think, a Canadian company that has since gone out of business. And I loved their crayons, their pencil crayons. And so I hoard them like a crazy person. So there we are. There's the pencils. Very happy with that. Now for some material. This is flannel, and I'll just open it up here. It looks like a lot of robotics, engineering, science, inventiveness. There's a lot of stuff that can happen with this, little light bulbs as well, which is kind of fun. I'll wash it up and then cut it down, maybe use it as fabric flips. I don't know if I would use a whole piece to do a journal cover, but I would certainly maybe quilt something up or use it in strips for a cover, maybe do some applique. So there's that. Put that over here. And then I got this shirt, which is really pretty. And I don't know if you can see, they are very, very fine grid work. Used the same as with this one, fabric flips, tabs, and so on and so forth. So that's my material that I've purchased. And there's some threads. And now for the books. This is a French book. It is by Texas Instruments. I don't know if there is a date. Oh, there probably is. There it is, 1976, 1980. This is how to use your calculator. And I think it has a lot of lovely images in it, as well as it's math. And then I think at the end, is there tables? There might be a few tables, I'm not sure. Oh, look at that, there's tables. Tables and games, and some conversions and so forth. So that's a beautiful book for math. Next one, Computer Science and Applied Mathematics, Social Issues in Computing, by Gottlieb and Borodin, and date 1973. Not a lot of math necessarily in it, a lot of text, but there are images that are certainly suggestive of math and so forth. I got it actually for the cover. I think this might end up being the cover of the math journal. I needed something that was fairly 9 by 11-ish, and no, 6 by 9. So that's 6 and that's 9. So I got a 6 by 9 book. So this I will cut up, use as a glue book, and then use any of the other pieces as math fodder. This one is so fun. This is Polish Pioneers. It was in the children's section. Oh, what's this? Oh, Consulate General of the Republic of Poland in Toronto. So that's probably what it came from. These cover end pages are so pretty. Oh, and that blue, Irish Pioneers. Such vivid graphics. And there are a bunch of people in here that are math and science people. Somebody called the Polish Bill Gates, mathematician who cracked the Enigma code. Who else? Somebody, submarine engineer, painter and inventor, and astronautics enthusiast. Marie Curie, and a biochemist. So there is a lot of interesting things here. And we have a woman, so yeah, yes. And look at these images. These are so pretty, so vivid, and useful in, I think, multiple journals and multiple stories that can be told. There's Madame Curie. Polish person invented the bulletproof vest. Oh yeah, and Helena Rubinstein. She was a makeup person. Oh, that's an iceberg, and that's under the sea. Very, very nice. Oh, computer engineer behind one of the first personal computers. That's pretty wicked. That might be the Bill Gates. So I am certainly going to be using that one. And then the last one for today, you can barely read this, property of life insurance, Canada Life Insurance Company. It is the Elwood Tables Real Estate Appraising and Financing. Who doesn't want a copy of that? Copyright 1967. All values are anticipations of the future. Justice Oliver Wendell Holmes. And these are math tables, and then amortization, depreciation, compound interest tables. And before we had calculators and consumers, these tables were the way that all of this kind of financial math was calculated. Pretty amazing. And just beautiful, beautiful numbers in tables that are really, really descriptive. Oh, yes, so those are the books, and then I have, thinking, so I got this, which is a piece of jewelry, clankety clank. I got them for these dangly beads. So these beads are such an interesting shape. They are just elongated teardrops, I would say, plus some decoration there. So these will be easily taken off the chain and then used as journal jewelry. And then this find, I think, is just an absolute delight. So these are all fabric beads that have been presumably handmade and then mounted on a series of safety pins and then threaded. And I'm going to take them apart. Snap. Ooh, snap. There we are. Oh, those are the two end pieces. Oh, very nice. That's interesting to see how they did the ends. So there's all kinds of jewelry in here. There is the small little beads. There are the beads that are fabric as well as jeweled. Got blue, got some green, purple, some reds, some patterns. There's a red one. And then we have all of these little coins, which are also used and here as the embellishment to make some gentle noise. And then we have these 2 end beads. So this is essentially somebody went to all of the trouble of making these, and if you've ever tried to make these, they are fairly simple to do, but they certainly are labor intensive, and these are really well done beads. I don't know if they were purchased by the person who made this or made them themselves, but certainly there is an awful lot of labor that's gone into this. And this one actually might be a bead. And that, I think, is everything for today. Thank you very much for listening and for watching. Please like and subscribe for more episodes, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.